I'll be completely honest. When I'm making a video, I don't plan to do a review or something related to games like these. They don't really appeal to me. However, I'm going to make an exception today. Now, keep in mind, this is not a review to take serious. This is more of an opinion slash how I feel type of first impression review. Let's just call it a first impression. That probably sums it up better, right? Let's just get something clear here. I don't like Battle Royale games, nor the genre that Battle Royale has around it. We're going to be talking about a game today that actually had Battle Royale tacked onto it to make it more popular. And that original game was called Fortnite Save the World. Oh, yeah, we're talking about this Fortnite, not this Fortnite. This is going to be exciting. Let's begin this first impression with the positives of Save the World, basically. Fortnite Save the World is a basically take your time pace type of exploration, salvaging, scavenging, exploring game. Basically it's like the Battle Royale format, but there's no time limit, there's no storm wall. You can just run around, save survivors, find resources, build up your fort around the objective. But the game straightforward uses a simple push and defend system. Basically, set up the object, push the button, defend against waves of hordes. It's fun for the first 7 times. Seriously, defending the Atlas, I must have done this mission at least 7 times in a row now. And on top of it, I've done the Storm Shield mission 4 times in a row now. How many more times do I have to do this defend the Storm Shield or defend the Atlas mission? There should be some type of variety with these things. You get what I mean. But other than that, that's the only mission types I've seen so far. Basically, build your fort around the objective, push a button, defend. It kind of goes in this cycle. Salvage materials, find survivors, find blue glow, find the objective marker, set up around the objective marker, activate the objective, defend, repeat. That's basically what you're getting here. And there's nothing wrong with that. The replayability gets kind of frustrating after a while. It gets boring, if you understand what I'm trying to get at. Gameplay-wise, the game plays very well. Gun controls feel heavy and have knockback. Enemies look good and have little details to them, such as wincing when they get hit, or they ragdoll backwards, or something silly like that. They actually have really good physics, and the game plays good. Salvaging and harvesting materials feels good after you get your first axe upgrade, of course, from the tutorial mission. But other than that, it feels good to collect things and build up your fort. It feels good to keep it intact as hordes of enemies come around you. Making sure you have ammo for your guns, building traps to defend your base, finding people and getting little gifts. It all rewards you pretty well in the field, and it feels good. It feels like a game could be built here. But it's lacking so much. Battle Royale has so many things. that is more dynamic than this game. And this game was the original development of Fortnite. What happened? That's my big question. But the big thing that really catches me off guard in this gameplay department, there's no crouch button. There's a crouch button in Battle Royale, but there's no crouch button in the single player co-op game. I don't know how to feel. You're playing a gun-oriented game. How is there no ability to crouch behind cover or anything? This is Epic Games we're talking about, the creators of Gears of War that made the roadie run in the corner and, the wall crouching stuff. This calls the living crap out of me. How did they screw this up? That makes no sense to me at all. It's one of the big flaws of this game too, which really confuses me so much. I don't understand why. You really thought that was the worst. You can understand how I feel. No crouch button in a shooter-oriented game? You must be nuts. Oh, it gets far worse from here. Far worse. Loot llamas. Or in other words, loot boxes. I can't believe this. You're telling me that in a single player co-op game, you could slap down real money and basically get yourself better heroes, higher quality loot, resources, schematics, weapons, survivors. Why is this in a single player game? I don't understand this invasion of loot boxes. I mean, wouldn't you think if you're playing a game for single player or with friends, you would be able to unlock and basically gain experience for your heroes and stuff through just playing the game? No. That's not the main way. The main way you get major experience buff in this game is by slapping money down for loot boxes. Sure, this game was 50% off when I bought it, $20, but $20 is 50% off. That means this game at retail is $40 with microtransactions on it. So, what we're going to do in this next segment is we're going to compare this game to two other games that have a very similar system with premium currency. Keep in mind, this little first impression review isn't to hate on any of these games. However, I cannot allow this type of nature to go unnoticed. We're going to go over a little thing to show you how these greedy publishers are trying to milk your wallet dry through a game that is already full price valued. So let's begin. Let me ask a question. Have you ever heard of the games War Thunder or World of Tanks? Have you ever heard of Golden Eagles or Gold Currency in either of these games? If you have, then you already know what V-Bucks are. Basically, V-Bucks are a premium currency, just like Golden Eagles in War Thunder and Gold Currency in World of Tanks. In both of those games, you use your premium currency to buy special vehicles or unique vehicles or premium ammo or premium parts, all different things. Speed up your research, that type of stuff. In Save the World, you purchase V-Bucks to buy loot llamas that eventually give you experience boosters and stuff for your research and other things. So in a sense, they're in the same vein. Am I wrong? Well, Kira, you can't. Your argument doesn't make sense. You're comparing Fortnite Save the World to World of Tanks and War Thunder, but they're free-to-play games. This game's not, so your point is invalid. Well, sorry to break the news to you. No, it's not. Epic Games is marketing this game like a free-to-play game, but are charging money for it. And the only way to properly progress through the game, if you don't want to spend the premium money, you gotta grind for it. Hours on hours, days on days, and the hope that God pray that you get a drop with V-Bucks in it so you can get a loot llama and then possibly get something better than all the drops you're doing. Sure, there's certain missions that give you 100 V-Bucks, and there's a rare chance that a llama can drop V-Bucks. A very rare chance. But the thing is, though, the only way you get premium currency is you have to buy it with real-world money. And the only real way you can get schematics, heroes, weapons is through the loot llama. Basically, you just spend $40, if it's not on sale, for a game that was promised to be a fun single-player co-op experience like they promised originally, but now, ever since they tacked on Battle Royale and Battle Royale's genre exploded in popularity, this game looks like it's been taken to the back burner, left there just to get minor updates here and there, while Battle Royale forges forward with a new story, special cosmetic skins every season. I mean, hell, they put a freaking Viking ship on the map with Viking skins for both the female and male characters. It's just, it feels really sad that this game has been abandoned to a degree like this, just because of material pursuits, greed. That's the reason why this poor game has been abandoned to a degree as it's become. And if you don't believe that, look at what they're doing with the loot boxes in this game. Hell, Season 5 came out, and all they did was put a new SMG gun into the single player. That's it, nothing else, no other update. Meanwhile, Battle Royale, map overhaul. A huge part of the map was overhauled. New go-kart with like 4 people can ride in. A crap ton of new weapons and cosmetics. You can clearly see where the attention is being focused on. It's not being focused on the original game. It's being focused on the mode that can make them the most money. That's the problem. And I feel so sad for this game here because it has so much potential, so much charm. It's just sadly been put to the side because the developers and the publisher have decided that their wallets, your wallets I should say, are more important. And if you really don't believe me, look at the loot boxes in single player that I covered. Why would you put loot boxes in a single player game? Just ask yourself that. So, where do I stand, or in this case sit, on the fence with Fortnite Save the World? Well, to be honest with you, it's kind of a difficult statement. The game itself isn't bad. Like I said earlier, it plays well, it looks well, it runs well. After every victory, on top of the experience you gain, you get bonus little treasure that you get, as you're seeing now on screen, along with other daily rewards and everything. That sounds fun. But the whole inclusion of loot boxes and having your weapons and your schematics and your heroes and your, your general, resources to play the game itself are locked behind a loot box / premium paywall. It's just really disappointing. Really disappointing. I don't know how I feel. This is, as a first impression, this game really is more daunting than fun. It involves a lot of grinding and a lot of, by yourself. It feels very boring. Other games are more fun. But if you have friends that have this, and you're willing to get into a party of even 2, maybe a full squad of 4, you can probably have a lot of fun with this. And you could probably play this on the hardest settings to make it extremely, extremely enjoyable. But by yourself, this game is not worth it. Not in the slightest. You're better off saving that $40 for something better, or just playing the free Battle Royale mode. Even then, Battle Royale mode is dying out, in all honesty. I think it's become oversaturated and overused. And if that mode dies out and people slowly start leaving it and stop playing it, who knows where the situation of this game will sit. Sure, you get your esports people on the whole thing, but other than that, there's really not much going for this game forward. This game is just basically at a crossroad. This is just a first impression, mind you. This is just me looking at it from an angle as somebody new coming into it. I love games that are co-op and single player. The Battle Royale genre can go off. I really don't care for it. Other than that, that's basically all I have to say about this. The game itself, I would recommend for anybody to play. I really would. The only thing stopping me from recommending people to go out and spend the $20 to $40 for the standard edition is due to the fact the loot box system is there and how the game revolves around this loot box. And if you don't have the loot, then there's no point in playing other than grinding more and more to get survivor EXP to give to your survivors to make them tougher, or defense EXP to make them stronger, or there's so many different things you have to do. You have to have certain special items to level them up. You gotta have EXP to increase their stats. You could evolve them to make them have new abilities. It's just, all of it is, and then all of it's locked behind a skill system that's linear as hell. That requires hours of grinding. It's pointless. My final verdict is, if you enjoy these type of games, go ahead, play them. Me, if I have a friend that asks me, hey, let's play, I'll gladly play with them. But on my own, I'd rather play something else. That's just how I feel after my first impression. Fortnite saved the world. Thank you for watching. Adios.